You'll know. Hey guys, it is me with thankfully the non-existent Prince, which means it is the Me podcast and me alone. So I just want to.
Sorry I'm late. Just woke up.
Where were you?
Did you not hear me snoring all fucking week? I was in the back of your truck.
You were in my. Dude, my truck is a work vehicle. I have to go. Where were you even hiding? Underneath the tarps?
I was sleeping.
I didn't see you back there. Okay. What's wrong with you? Why would you sleep in my car?
It was comfy, man.
It wasn't. There's mechanical things. There's sharp objects back there. You could have gotten hurt. Are you sure? Like, I made a lot of sharp turns and the compressor fucking slid back and forth. Like, you would have gotten at least some concussion.
No, I was comfy.
Awesome. Great.
Those blankets that looked like it had like cum stains on it or something, those were like very warm blankets.
It's paint. It's paint. It's paint for the most part. That's paint for the most part.
For the most part.
Either way, why are you late? Why you still late?
Rhea Ripley's back. Oh my God.
She's been back for a week, but she is now officially claimed Dominic Mysterio as hers. Look at that beautiful, wonderful smile and that thick ash bush on his face.
If only they did this story when they were on Netflix, she could have licked him right on the penis.
In front of a live audience?
Yeah.
That would not have happened.
Why not?
Because there's kids in the goddamn crowd.
So what? XPW did it.
I don't know what XPW is. I've probably heard of it before, but that's...
You don't want to know what XPW
is. Just with that information alone, I don't want to know what the fuck XPW is. But yeah, no. Basically, Rhea Ripley returned and acted like she hated Dom, but said, I can't stay mad at you, and then licked his fucking face.
Can we talk about how much fun Damian Priest is having with this?
It's showing he's got actual comedy chops and is actually a character, and I love the relation. I love the relation of the Judgment Day and what they fucking have.
Yeah.
I just love seeing Liv Morgan's depressed, sad face in the crowd. That was amazing to me.
She kept sticking her ass out,
I didn't even fucking notice that, honestly. I'm gonna set this right here, just in case. But yeah, no, I did not notice her sticking her ass out at all. You don't need to get that fucking close to the goddamn mic. Do I have to move it back?
Just get Dom his chicken nuggets, bro.
Dom can go fucking choke on his chicken nuggets and die.
Wow, man.
Anyways, I don't know, man. Ever since he's trying to Rey Mysterio, I just don't like him. There's going to be two main topics that we talk about today. The first one is going to be the Summerslam predictions.
Yeet.
And the number two is going to be 5 people who should have beat Roman Reigns for the world title. That's not fucking Cody Rhodes. But we'll get to that when we fucking get to that.
5. There's only one answer. Nobody.
Honestly, I mean, Cody Rhodes was the perfect choice.
No, I'm saying including Cody Rhodes, nobody should ever beat Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns should still be champion. He should be champion for the next 20 years.
So what happens when he dies?
Then they have a tournament for the title. And
I thought you were about to say WWE ends.
I like that a lot better. WWE ends.
So my a little bit of the inverse of the last one, where I watched Money in the Bank, but you didn't. You watched TNA Slammiversary, but I didn't.
I watched the full show, TNA Slammiversary. I enjoyed it a lot. The finish really made me mad and deflated me. But I enjoyed the show very much.
It's probably match of the night for you.
Match of the night by far. Speedball Mike Bailey versus Mustafa Ali for the X Division Championship.
Did a rematch. It's awesome.
By far, fucking. They were in Montreal. And out comes Mustafa Ali wearing Bret Hart gear. Referee gets knocked out. Mustafa Ali hooks a sharpshooter on the hometown boy, Speedball Mike Bailey. and he's waving from the back. Out comes Earl Hebner. Earl Hebner is ready to ring the bell, and he doesn't ring the bell. Mustafa Ali gets mad at Earl Hebner. You should ring the bell, blah, blah, blah. Mike Bailey puts Ali in the sharpshooter. Ali taps out. Fucking Earl Hebner redeems himself in Montreal. Speedball Mike Bailey, new TNA X Division champion.
Dude,
that match was so good.
the fact that I didn't even know that happened is quite a fucking atrocity to my fucking knowledge of wrestling, honestly, and to the general zeitgeist of wrestling for not informing me of that on social media, because that is fucking awesome.
That was great.
That makes me actually want to go back and watch that match.
I could show you it.
That'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, that show was very entertaining. I think overall there was maybe 1 or 2 matches I didn't enjoy. Like, it was a really good show. The opener was weird that that match was at that spot on the card. Matt Hardy versus Dirty Dango. It's a weird opener.
I saw
wasn't a bad match.
I saw a fucking clip of like after the match. So I'm not sure if it was on Dirty Dango, but Matt Hardy fucking snapping and like fucking twist of fate someone like 3 times.
Dirty Dango, yeah, he beat him with the twist of fate, and then after the match just gave him 2 or 3 more.
That's utterly disgusting, but I'm assuming that implies a heel turn.
No, the story was Dango beat up Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy's wife.
Never mind. That is justification then. Holy shit.
You know, the only reason he beat up Jeff Hardy is because Jeff Hardy's injured, can't get into Canada.
Is Jeff Hardy officially back with TNA or no?
Yeah, he's back.
Okay,
the Thursday before Slammiversary, the Hardy challenged for the tag titles, and they lost because Dirty Dango beat him up.
Okay, so there's actual heat behind this goddamn feud.
Yeah.
Was the match itself fine or was it slow? It
was a good match. Like, I don't think it should have been the opener. Should have been like somewhere in the mid card, but it was not a bad match at all.
Because I can imagine Mike Speedball and fucking Mustafa Ali going more hard for the opener.
They would have been a banging opener. They were the semi-main event.
Okay, all right, got you.
I feel like the opener should have been match 2. It was for the tag team titles, The System, Brian Myers, and Eddie Edwards taking on ABC, Chris Bay, and Ace Austin. This match was amazing. Did not expect new champions, but we got new champions.
What championships were they for?
For the tag team titles.
Okay, got you.
It was a pretty good match. I don't remember
too much from it.
Much of the finish. All I remember pretty much was I was watching it with my fellow tag team partner Mike Gagne, and Chris Bay and Ace Austin hit the heart attack, and they were wearing all pink, so they were like doing our gimmick. I'm like, yeah.
I just love how every single time you reference this man, you refer to him with the full pretense of my tag team partner, Mike Gagne, like giving out his full government. I love that.
Sorry, my tag team partner, meaty Michael Gagne.
I like to say like Gagne, but it is T-shirt.
Mike Gagne.
Yep.
In
the main event?
Main event was the 6-way elimination match for the TNA heavyweight title. Going into this match, everyone and their mother was expecting Joe Hendry to win the fucking world title. You'd think that TNA would realize that he's the most over guy in wrestling right now.
Yeah.
And put the title on him. Match starts. They had a spot where every single person in the match hit the same move on all other 5 participants. And they just went on a run. Like Moose gave everybody... I believe it was a powerbomb. Then Josh Alexander gave everyone a German suplex. Then, like, I forget what they all were, but everyone gave everybody the same fucking move. Like 5 times. It was great. Then Macklin got eliminated first by Moose. I did not expect Macklin to go out that early. Then Moose got eliminated by fucking Joe Hendry, like, quickly.
Was it via roll-up or was it via finish?
Joe Hendry had his finish in pin Moose.
What's fucking Joe Hendry's finish?
It's like a spine buster, but it looks like a choke slam, kind of.
Okay, got you. I get the visualization.
Yeah.
On Moose, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, he picked his ass up, and Moose was stiffing Joe Hendry the entire time. Not anybody else. He just kept stiffing Joe Hendry and chopping Joe Hendry.
You're getting over. You're getting too fucking over, you piece of shit. You're outshining me. You're on NXT. Fuck you.
So then Joe Hendry keeps beating some people up, and then randomly, and this came at a weird spot in the match because it's in the middle of the match. Josh Alexander just comes in, turns heel, kicks Joe Hendry in the dick, and hits him with the Z4 spike to pin him. It was just random. Like, why is it in the middle of the match? You didn't tease Josh Alexander turning on Joe Hendry at all. They were like cool earlier in the match. Josh Alexander came out full-blown babyface, and now just out of nowhere kicks Joe Hendry square in the dick.
Yeah, no, it seems very. You really shouldn't do a heel turn in the middle of a match. It has to be more pronounced and like by itself.
Right.
Especially, I mean, it makes sense if it's in the middle of the match, if there was like some prior story being told. Right. But if there's not, then it's just like kind of there and takes away from the rest of the match, storyteller wise.
Yeah, and you could tell the crowd and myself watching at home was very deflated. Not even just because Joe Hendry lost. In the middle of the match, you're going to eliminate him. And then, like, now I have to watch this match with 3 people left in it, and I don't want any of them to be the world champion. It's like, why?
You don't want Nick Nemeth to be world champion?
Not really, because he doesn't need it. I love Nick Nemeth, but he doesn't need it. But and what made it even worse is right after Josh Alexander turns heel, him and Nemeth go at it for a while. Kazarian was taken out. He got put through a table on the stage by Nemeth earlier in the match. So he's taken out. So they have Nemeth and Josh Alexander wrestling like they're the last two, when we know Frankie Kazarian's still in the match. And Kazarian was the one guy going into it that you know wasn't going to win the match.
To be fair, has Kazarian ever won the world title?
No.
Maybe they were trying to play into that story a little bit. Maybe that's the only legitimate like reason. But at the same time, he's a heel, so that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
So like if he was a face, I think that would have made a lot more sense.
If he was a babyface going for the one belt he's never won in TNA after being there 20 years.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But then Nemeth just out of the random hits a super kick on fucking Josh Alexander and pins him.
See,
I'm like, okay.
That's the reason why I don't want to integrate a fucking super kick into my goddamn moveset, because it's over fucking done way too fucking
Yeah, and that's
much.
the thing. Nemeth hit like 10 of them in this match, so then he's just going to pin Josh Alexander. Like,
off of one.
What does that make Josh Alexander look like?
A bitch. But anyways,
then Kazarian comes back in and just loses to the zigzag.
Which makes no sense.
Like, why would you do it like this?
To end the pay-per-view exactly. I mean, I guess it's big hype, a reason to have a big heel, but at the same time, big star. But then again, they could have just easily did that with Moose. Right. They wouldn't want. I don't.
They could have done that at the end.
Seemed very jigsaw. Very jigsaw.
Right. You could have Josh Alexander, Nick Nemeth, and fucking Joe Hendry left in the ring.
Mm.
Joe Hendry beats Josh Alexander by a like roll up or something.
Mm.
And then you have Josh Alexander turn on him then.
Yeah.
And then he gets eliminated. That'd make more sense. And it's at the end of the match.
Instead of just this very clunky ass fucking, it's seemingly clunky. I mean, I'm assuming the moves were actually done well. I mean,
oh yeah, like it was just like eliminations were placed in the wrong spot.
Mm.
Certain people should have been eliminated earlier. Certain people should have been eliminated later.
Especially with, I don't know, Kazarian and Ziggler with no prior story being told up to that point. It's just like, okay.
And that's the thing too. You have Ziggler looking strong as shit and winning this match. At the contract signing they had right before it, 5 of the 6 competitors were at the contract signing. Nick Nemeth was the one not there because he had a torn labrum. So now you have a guy going in there with a shoulder injury.
Wait,
and he still wins.
He wasn't at the fucking goddamn contract.
No,
signing?
He came on the screen. And he goes, "I'm out with a torn labrum, but I'll be good for Slammiversary."
But like, okay, well, he could still physically be there, but that's probably a cover up for like a booking or something like that. You'd think.
But
like if that's not, then that seems really like.
And I don't know why he'd have a book because he's under TNA contract.
But that's the only legitimate reason why they just have. Well, these 5 are in the middle of the ring. That guy's on a big screen. You only imply that the guy on the big screen is probably winning. Like that's just kind of blanket right there.
Like you'd expect, like if they had Moose on the big screen, that makes sense. He's the champion. He's the heel. That'd make a lot of sense. Nick Nemeth. Like, if you can have a torn labrum gimmick, why does he win? Because now everyone else in that match looks like a fucking bitch.
Yeah. It's like they're trying to go for Survivor Series underdog Ziggler, but it's like that's not
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
The dude in his mid-40s, damn near, with a torn labrum, beating all these other guys. Like, what?
Makes no fucking sense.
Like, I love Nick Nemeth. I'm not trying to shit talk Nick Nemeth. I love him. But, like, why?
It's because they don't want Joe Hendry appearing on NXT television.
That's the thing, too. Why does he beat Moose when he just lost to Moose 2 months ago?
You could have just put the title on him then in a one-on-one match, which would have...
Right.
Like, I don't know, a big fucking title change in the middle of a multi-man match suddenly kind of, like... like, I don't know. I was going to say devalues it. But then again, Bray Wyatt won his first WWE title in Elimination Chamber. But, like, that's a lot more structure.
But at least he pinned the champion right before the finish.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry randomly eliminating Moose as the second guy out. And then Joe Hendry goes out from a random heel turn. What? Now, why do we care about the rest of the match?
Like, you could have literally switched Moose and Kazarian in that circumstance, and that would have flowed better.
You could have had, like I just said, Hendry eliminates Alexander. Alexander turns on Hendry. Then Moose, as a heel, sneaks in, takes the pin, eliminates Joe Hendry. And then you can have Nemeth beat Moose.
Right.
That'd make a lot more sense.
Also, we also have a brand new fucking beautiful design for the international title that MJF has introduced after his grueling match with William Ospreay.
Bro.
Look at that shit.
This belt is very beautiful. It's a very fucking MAGA belt.
Basically, essentially MAGA. Yeah, no.
This is something you would see on Necro Butcher.
What the fuck is that right side plate say?
It's the only country that matters.
Okay, got you. All right, got you. I thought that was going for some other political view. I was like, that's wild because you hear like this matters. It's like, oh no.
And the other one says better than UK and you know it, or something like that.
It looks like UK because it has the fucking little fucking design there that looks like it's the colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is honestly one of the best designs I've seen. Like, genuinely, this looks fucking gorgeous. And, I mean, I don't know if MJF's going to go for anything that's like... Because his original run in AEW, he was originally going for, like, a presidential fucking thing. I'd love to see him try to play into that a little bit. It'd be wild if he tried to fucking emulate some other things that happened in the country recently, but I find that to be fucking hilarious.
In other words, Hulk Hogan. Look at this brother. This racist son of a bitch.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, no, this piece of shit. This man has been waiting to fucking cut the promo of a goddamn life. He's been looking at those fucking eyes. He's waiting to be... Ever since the racism fucking allegations, this man has been waiting to go, brother, and have an entire fucking crowd erupt for him. Oh, my fucking... a lot just processed in my brain.
We're living in a fucking simulation, bro.
Yeah, we're living in a fucking simulation where Hulk Hogan is getting a crowd fucking hyped up.
Those beady eyes.
Those beady fucking eyes.
Brother.
Why he tears his fucking shirt and the crowd goes wild for him was a sight to behold. And it's quite apropos that a racist almost getting killed is getting another racist popular. So it makes sense.
This was my face when I saw that. So we should talk about Roman Reigns. Tribal Chief.
What about Roman Reigns?
5 people who would have been a better choice than Cody Rhodes.
Anyone.
Anybody but Cody.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, listen, man. I've been on the Cody boat for a long ass time, been sipping that fucking juice. But honestly, at this point, I cannot help but fucking rescind a little bit and be like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? I mean, we got him versus Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam. Honestly, I think that's a good match, but they built Solo up in a very weird way. I think they got a lot of heat on him with the fucking putting Paul Heyman through a goddamn announcing table, but that's Paul Heyman.
They're building to the Roman feud more than the Cody feud.
Yeah. So
Number 5.
John
Cena.
Which would have required a lot of mental gymnastics for this one, but I feel like was worth it because because the implication is we'd like to have Roman Reigns hold the title for another fucking year.
Damn right, I'd love it
to lead into John Cena's retirement tour, where he picks up his fucking 17th world title. 17th world title. Just honestly, I feel like that would have made for an amazing story. I don't know how you hold off on that for this long, but I feel like that would have been a bit of a better moment, even though the Cody Rhodes winning the title was actually like nice. The John Cena one, that's a story right there, man. Fucking everyone talking about.
You could have Cena win his 17th in his retirement match. Finally gets his 17th, breaks the record. He's able to retire finally, and then he can come out as the good babyface the next night on Raw with that title and say, hey, this thing's been being held hostage for the last 5 years at that point.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it back to all of you.
Mm.
And he gives it, and it goes up for a tournament.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, that would have been a perfect fucking setup because it would have made it feel, it would have brought back the U.S. title vibes a little bit with wanting to give back to the people that are coming up.
Right.
Rather than being held hostage.
Then you can have a tournament then of like 8 people who have never had the title.
Yeah.
Which Cody could have been in the tournament.
I'd love to be like, what do you do for Cody for that entire year? Throw him against Shinsuke Nakamura for another year?
No, what do you do for Cody? Turn him back to Stardust. And do what he's more suited for, mid-card. Number 4.
I'd say bring back the black hair, but that's just me. Number 4, we have Drew McIntyre. I feel like, again, a better story, at least within the confines of the modern zeitgeist of wrestling, with Drew McIntyre never winning a world title in front of a live crowd. I feel like, honestly, in the modern timeline, they did do it right. I feel like they did it right with him winning it and then immediately fucking losing it to Damian Priest. I feel like that was actually really well done. But I feel like him versus Roman Reigns, big men going against each other, would have been way more like kind of hard hitting. There's also already story there with Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, when Drew McIntyre was WWE title champion, and then Roman Reigns was only Universal champion at the time. Them clashed, and they could have called back to that. But overall, I say this is just purely based off of like the match itself. I would have loved.
Yeah. Number 3, Yeet.
No yeet.
Yeet.
No yeet.
Yeet.
No yeet.
Yeet.
No yeet.
Yeet.
Jey Uso.
Yeet.
Jey fucking Uso.
Yeet.
Now, this is hard for me because storyline wise makes all the fucking sense in the world, but they really, I don't think they should have had the fucking. If he would have won the world title at, I believe, what pay-per-view was it when he faced Roman? SummerSlam. If they had him beat Roman for the title at SummerSlam in that match, it would have been extremely fucking deflating.
No, it should have been either way. Roman should have lost at Mania.
Yeah, no, and I feel like they could have built that up better, and then Jey Uso's acting skills would have stayed intact, and I feel like it would have been more deep-seated within the bloodline roots to have Jey Uso win it.
Yeah.
As for the actual match itself, as long as it was nothing like the tribal rules match, I think they would have been pretty fucking good. Number 2 is a man that Roman Reigns never pinned during his fucking entire World Championship run. Seth Rollins. Just embedded within the fucking Shield lore. On top of all that, again, in the modern timeline, Seth Rollins played his role fucking perfectly. and made for kind of. But I feel like they could have played into that role. They could have played into that a bit more. Like, what is it? Mania. It's Roman Reigns versus fucking Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns is not able to pin Seth Rollins despite all the fucking interference. He finally fucking snaps like I'm going to just DQ myself. Somehow the ref gets bumped. Roman Reigns brings the fucking chair in, goes to fucking swing on fucking Seth Rollins from behind. Seth Rollins gets out of the way, he hits the fucking ropes, and then this chair comes back, hits him in the face, fucking curb stomp 1, 2, 3. They could have easily played that into the storyline as well, and that would have been kind of full circle moment as well.
Right.
But also for the match itself, these two storylines, these two careers have been intertwined with one another from the beginning. So Seth Rollins being the one, and that could even led into future storylines past that point. So I would have been fine with seeing Seth Rollins win, also because
Definitely.
he was the MVP of WrestleMania, so he fucking deserves it. And then we got a very special, and I'm pretty sure it's fucking obvious who number one should be.
Very obvious.
Number one.
Say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry, motherfucker. Joe Hendry should be WWE champion right now.
What the fuck are you on?
Joe motherfucking Hendry.
No, what the fuck? This was not a part of this. This wasn't a part of this. This wasn't a part of it. It's Joe Hendry.
Wasn't a part of the script.
It wasn't part of the script.
We have a script? Joe Hendry, number one.
All right.
They love him in London, in Paris, in Tokyo, America, Scotland,
You would have had him.
Mexico,
You're telling me you would have had him fucking pin Roman Reigns that
Canada.
fucking D'Lo Brown ass fucking finisher. No, the real number one is someone that is actually obvious. Sami Zayn should have just won at
Oh, yeah,
Elimination Chamber.
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn should have just won at Elimination Chamber.
Or Joe Hendry.
No.
No, if they ended at Elimination Chamber, it would have been fucking lackluster. Because
Really?
it's Elimination Chamber. That's a B show of every view.
Again,
They should have not had the match at Elimination Chamber and just had Sammy face him at WrestleMania. Because fuck Cody Rhodes.
you didn't want to see Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes in the main event of Mania?
No, I don't want to see Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes ever. I don't want to see Cody Rhodes.
But I will at least agree Sami Zayn was probably the better choice between the two.
Sami Zayn was the best part. There's the two best parts of WrestleMania 39 was Sami Zayn, and then the moment the referee's hand hit 3 when Roman Reigns retained the title.
Sami Zayn is the reason that Roman Reigns was interesting.
No.
It was.
Roman Reigns was the reason
No.
Sami Zayn was interesting.
No.
He is. What did Sami do that was interesting before the bloodline that didn't involve Kevin Owens?
What was Bloodline doing before Sami Zayn?
Winning titles, beating Randy Orton, beating Brock Lesnar, beating John Cena, beating The Fiend, beating Braun Strowman. The Jey Uso feud, the Kevin Owens feud, the first one.
If I'm being honest, the only thing about the original before fucking Jey Uso was before Sami Zayn was the Jey Uso feud. That's where it peaked for me.
The Danielson feud was good.
Yeah.
The Edge feud was good.
Yeah.
The Rollins feud was good.
It was all right.
The Brock feud, like when they first came back, was good. Not when they brought him back 2 other times.
The best part about the Brock Lesnar one was when he fucking lifted the fucking ring with the fork.
That was great. That was amazing.
That was the best part about that. Everything else, dude, it was Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso.
Like when Brock first returned when Roman beat Cena, that was good.
But yeah, no, nah, man, it wouldn't have gotten me as invested if it wasn't for Sami Zayn. So
you just suck.
I swallow.
We all do.
Yeah, we all. If you don't, really, you're just fucking lying to yourself.
We all spit sometimes too. You know, do what you gotta do.
I'm not a fucking bitch. What are you fucking?
But
yeah, no. Honestly, I think it's a universal thing. If Cody Rhodes wasn't going to win it against Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn should have.
Still think it should have been Joe Hendry. Speaking of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, SummerSlam coming up August 3rd.
What? This
Cleveland, Ohio.
That's not the fucking. Where's Solo?
That's the poster right there.
No, where's Solo?
You can see Solo Sikoa, the bald guy with the smile in the back. That's Solo Sikoa.
That's
you can see
Big Show.
You can see Cody Rhodes with his hand in front of his face.
That's
You can see Damian Priest with his hand out right there.
Okay.
You can see Gunther with his arms crossed next to Cody Rhodes.
I don't know. Where's
You can
Cody
see-
Rhodes? Where's Cody Rhodes? I'm not seeing Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes has his hand in front of his face. Right
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
not
middle,
seeing that.
in the
I'm
bright,
seeing
in the bright colors.
I'm seeing the guy with a hand in front of his face like this, and then I'm seeing like a bald guy turning the side like this. There's no one in the center.
So the bald guy at the end,
Oh my god, Jesus.
that bald guy at the end, that's Solo Sikoa.
Okay, gotcha.
The dude next to him, that's Damian Priest.
Okay.
The guy in the middle there, that's Cody Rhodes.
There's no one in the middle of them.
Yeah, he's there.
No, there's no one in the middle there.
You could see him right there. It's Cody Rhodes.
I can't see him.
Clear as day, Cody Rhodes.
Anyways, okay.
Then the guy next to him, hold on, that's Gunther.
Oh.
Next to Gunther, you got Logan Paul over there. You got LA Knight down below Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
For some reason, you have Ricochet flying in the air, even though he's not in the company anymore. You got Johnny Gargano right over there, and below Damian Priest because he's the hometown boy.
Who's the chick on the surfboard?
That's Liv Morgan. What's surfboard? She's on Dominic Mysterio.
Okay. Anyways, man.
That's SummerSlam in Cleveland.
That's
SummerSlam in Cleveland.
Did it say fucking Cleveland?
That is SummerSlam in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh yeah, I see.
August 3rd.
August 3rd. Awesome. My bad. It's
Saturday.
August
3rd. You see fucking Solo's big head ass.
We're just gonna go into the predictions. Okay.
Joe Hendry.
What are you fucking on?
Joe Hendry.
Have you just been watching Joe Hendry videos the entire fucking time you were in my car? Anyways, I'm not sure if this match is official. I got it off a website, but I'm pretty sure it sounds about right. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov for the IC title.
Last time I checked, it was just Sammy Breaker, but I do believe Sammy Breaker Ilya. Maybe they changed something, but I see in the original graphic was just Sammy and Breaker.
I think it might be Sammy and Breaker in the website.
Either way, Breaker's walking out with that belt.
Yeah, no, Breaker shouldn't walk away with that fucking belt.
Breaker should have beat Sammy at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, no, he really fucking should have. Honestly, there's no, other than keeping the title on Sammy a little longer and maybe elongating it. Yeah, no, Breaker, Sammy should have fucking lost that title. Because even if it's a triple threat, you're gonna have him pin fucking Ilya.
No,
they did. I'm pretty sure the fucking match that they had fucking ended in DQ. I'm pretty sure. No, Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov, and then ref stoppage.
I saw that Breaker fucking slammed Ilya on the top of the post.
Yeah,
ow.
That was beautifully done. Side
note: it's not official. There's a gauntlet match on SmackDown. This will already, by the time this comes out, we already know who it is. There's a tag team gauntlet match on SmackDown. There's 5 teams, and the winners face DIY at SummerSlam for the titles.
Do you know who's in the gauntlet or no?
It's Guerrillas of Destiny.
Okay.
It's Angel and Berto.
Yeah.
There's more. I'm forgetting the other team. Pretty Deadly.
Okay.
There's 2 more that I cannot remember.
I'm pretty sure just off those 3, it'd be Guerrillas of Destiny.
Guerrillas of Destiny are going to win, even though they don't fit into that story. They kind of do fit into that story. Jacob Fatu whooped their fucking ass.
Yeah, no, exactly. They came out and fucking beat the shit out of all them.
So I think it'll be GOD versus DIY.
Mm.
I feel like Jimmy Uso helps DIY win.
Yeah. Involving his fucking return.
Yeah.
Do you think Roman is returning here?
I think Roman returns in the Cody Rhodes match, which we'll get to.
Okay. Next match is Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Yeah.
They're going to cheer Logan Paul for a little bit.
Yeah, no. As the match progresses. I don't know.
I feel like they should do what they did with Logan last time he was in Cleveland, because he came out, they cheered him because he's from Cleveland, and then he badmouthed Cleveland. So he should do that again.
Mm.
Do a pre-match promo, get some heat on him. Because then that LA Knight pop will be even louder than you'd think it would be.
Yeah, because LA Knight is...
It'll be a little quieter because it's in an open roof stadium, so the sound will go up, but you'll still hear it.
LA Knight is definitely fucking winning this match without a shadow of a doubt. He fucking should, because this match has been built up.
LA Knight should win. I feel like they're going to have Logan win.
They've been building this match for a year at this point, if not 2.
I feel like Logan's going to win.
What, are they going to hold off till Mania? They're going to hold off till Royal Rumble? There's no fucking way. To be fair with the interaction they had this segment, Logan Paul actually went hard as fuck and kind of outclassed LA Knight a little bit.
Logan Paul overdid LA Knight in a promo.
But I only think that's the case because I don't think LA Knight was allowed to bring up CryptoZoo. I'm going to be real. If they were really
Or
going,
Japan.
or Japan, if they were able to go fisticuffs, I think LA Knight could have easily came up with amazing skating lines against Logan Paul, but Logan Paul was like, "Oh, that's bad in my image. Don't do that." But no, Logan Paul had one of the hardest fucking lines that I've ever heard. Fucking basically saying like the Paul name rings through the zeitgeist of culture, which is fucking true. As much as I fucking hate Logan Paul, it fucking is true and kind of fucking went really hard.
I like the line that for someone whose entire life is defined by what they do in the ring, you've had no defining moments in the last 20 years.
Yeah, which is like so fucking scathing. So, I mean, obviously Logan Paul was able to fucking go all in on LA Knight. I just want to see LA
That's
Knight.
the only thing. Like, I want LA Knight. I feel like they're both going to win. Like, I'm kind of 50-50 on this one.
That's a fair. I mean, honestly, now that you put it that way, I mean, I just don't know what else they'd build up to, honestly. Because, like, originally, it was 1 year ago where we thought it was going to be LA Knight versus Logan Paul at Summerslam and LA Knight finally getting that title. If they hold off and LA Knight's fucking finally winning a title again, it'll be like, what are we doing here?
Right, but I feel like they're going to do it. Just
to piss people off.
Right.
I guess they have the happy moment.
But I feel like LA Knight.
I guess they'll have the happy moment if Roman Reigns returns. I mean, that'll be the happy moment. But next match, Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the women's world title. Liv Morgan's retaining.
Dom's going to cost Liv Morgan. Or not Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Dom's going to cost Rhea Ripley.
Which would be fucking stupid character-wise to do. It would be so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. It makes sense storyline-wise, and that's probably what's going to happen. But just look at Rhea Ripley and then just look at Liv Morgan. Are you genuinely kidding me? You're telling me you're picking Liv Morgan over fucking Rhea Ripley when it comes to in the bed? That's fucking lying.
Right,
That's
bro.
fucking lying.
Get the fuck out of here.
So, I mean, like, I guess usually a cheater will go and fuck someone that's uglier than their spouse or their significant other, so it's realistic a little bit. I'm not even saying Liv Morgan's ugly. I'm just saying in comparison, it's like
she's not at all ugly, but like it's Rhea Ripley.
But yeah, I mean, especially after fucking Dominic Mysterio's like, I fucking
hate you. You ruined my fucking life. Like, damn, bro. Okay.
I guess the best.
You could have just told her it's over. Like
the best fucks come from hatred, I guess. A wild fucking statement, but yeah, Liv Morgan's retaining, and I'll probably hold off on having Rhea win the title back.
Yeah.
So Liv Morgan finally finish her revenge tour.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you didn't seem that enthused. I mean, what's wrong? You didn't want to see Liv Morgan finish her revenge tour?
No, I don't. I'm not a Liv Morgan fan. I love the storyline.
Next match is weird because like Queen of the Ring winner Nia Jax face off against Bayley for the women's title.
I found my shit break match well.
It's like it sucks because these women are both they're good in the ring. Nia Jax has gotten better since she's returned, honestly.
This is the match where I go to the bathroom and then go get nachos.
Or
popcorn or whatever the fuck.
Do you see Bayley retaining or Nia Jax winning?
Unfortunately, I see Nia Jax winning. But I don't want it at all because I can't fucking stand the bitch.
Because this Bayley fucking title run so far has been kind of lackluster. A little bit.
I knew that was coming.
There's been no defining real moments in this fucking thing. I mean, she's faced off against
babyface Bayley is not a champion. She's not good as a champion as a babyface.
Yeah, I mean, because as a babyface, you have to restrict yourself on the mic a little bit.
Look at every one of her babyface runs, even the NXT championship run. None of them were good. Her heel run was amazing. She's a good babyface, just not as the champion.
So,
and this Bayley doesn't really have a character.
She's kind of is there and just says generic lines.
Right. The hugger was money.
It sucks that the best thing about this title reign so far is Nia Jax referring to BBL fucking Bayley.
BBL Bayley.
That was the most fucking like thing that got like viral reactions in any regard, not the wrestling itself.
That was the first SmackDown I watched live in probably 2 or 3 years, and it was fucking amazing.
But yeah, I mean, I love Bailey to fucking death, but it sucks balls that it seems like she's probably losing this title. More so because I was the actual feud that led to the title win itself was really good. I'd say so. Her versus Io Sky, I thought that build up was nice.
I didn't pay attention to it at all.
Her acting when Io Sky fucking turned against her was fucking phenomenal.
I went into Mania not knowing really any of the stories except Cody's, and I just knew the matches.
Who would have thought?
I talked about this too, leading up to it.
Who would have thought? Oh my god, Cody Rhodes' story sucks. It's the only one I knew before I was Mania.
Because it involved Roman Reigns.
No, why it was because it was repeated to death to you.
It was.
So that is why
I thought at least I wouldn't have to fucking hear about it anymore now that he won the belt. I still hear this shit every fucking day.
It's such a good story. Man.
No.
I'm gonna tell this to my kids before I go to bed.
Your dad died, so you deserve the belt. Does that mean Goldust should be champion too? I think Goldust should have been a world champion 20 fucking years ago. But not everybody gets to be a world champion.
Well, Cody Rhodes is. So, fucking eat it a week, buddy.
Cody Rhodes is a bitch.
So let's hold off for the.
Here's the thing. We're going to get to that match right now.
No, we're not actually.
Because it's not the main event.
No, is it not?
No.
Oh, wow, okay.
The thing with Cody Rhodes, I hate the motherfucker. But if there's one guy I can't stand any more than Cody Rhodes, it's Solo Sikoa. You are not my fucking tribal chief. You are not the tribal chief. You're the tribal queef. The tribal bitch. The guy that carries Roman's bags. The guy that opens the door for Paul Heyman. And Roman Reigns is going to come out at SummerSlam.
Dude.
I'm going to come. And then I'm going to acknowledge my tribal chief.
I'm just going to say.
As Cody Rhodes pins you, and I can't believe this, I'm going to cheer when Cody wins. Not because I like Cody, but because I fucking hate Solo Sikoa and because the match is over. And I don't have to watch it anymore.
So you're saying Roman Reigns is going to return not at the end of the show, but before the main event?
Yeah, because Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa is not a SummerSlam main event. Honestly, I think the main event should be Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan.
That's the most story here, other than Logan Paul and LA Knight. But actually, it's a more hard-hitting story, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley.
They probably will be the main event with Roman or Solo and Cody.
Yeah, that makes
They
sense.
shouldn't be because, ew.
I can't wait to see it.
This should be the opener.
Anyways.
Bring Roman out straight off the bat.
No.
Match 1, here comes Roman
Cody
Reigns.
Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. Solo's coming out, and Roman Reigns' music hits and spears him.
And the match doesn't even happen. No, Solo gets replaced by Jacob Fatu. We can actually see a good match.
And then Jacob Fatu gets crossroad 3 times in the beginning and then loses. Anyways, last match we're going to talk about on this card, not sure if it's a main event or not. It's going to be Damian Priest versus Gunther.
Walter. Gunther.
That's a name that I haven't heard in a minute.
I don't know how to say it. Gunther.
I always just fucking put emphasis on that. But yeah, no, Gunther's clearly kind of winning here.
If some people fucking think Priest is gonna win,
I could see that a little bit.
I could see Priest winning, but I can't see Gunther losing.
Yeah, because that would just be the stupidest fucking booking choice.
And if this was the Vince McMahon era, I'd say DQ, Finn Balor gets involved and beats up Damian Priest.
Yeah,
I think it's the Triple H era.
I think the only reason is because it has precedence. Where last SummerSlam, I believe it was Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins, and then Damian Priest accidentally cost him by having the Money in the Bank right outside the fucking ring.
I feel like Finn's gonna help Gunther win.
I mean, yeah, actually, that would probably, yeah.
And Finn Balor. Here's what's weird though. How are you? Because they're clearly building to a Judgment Day break. How are you going to build to a Judgment Day break, but you just put the titles on them?
Oh yeah, Finn Balor and fucking
What
JD
was the point of taking them off Miz and Truth?
I don't think there's anything wrong because I mean, even if there's a fucking Judgment Day break, it's not like Finn Balor and JD McDonough are gonna break. I don't think they're breaking apart from each other. So
I feel like Dom's going to split.
I mean,
I feel like Priest goes babyface.
I'm sorry, but Dom.
Or Dom stays with I think Priest might just split, actually, now that I think about it.
Didn't they have a fucking Rhea Ripley versus Akira Tozawa match?
Yeah. Oh, Bad Bloods can be Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio one-on-one.
Dude, if that fucking happens, that will go so fucking hard. I know some people aren't into the intergender fucking matches, but
You know what? They're probably gonna live. I love intergender wrestling. If it's done, if it's done right.
If it's done right, yeah.
You know what they're probably gonna lead to, and I don't want to see it.
What?
Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio versus Rhea Ripley and Rey Mysterio. I don't want to see it, but it's fucking clear.
That's kind of dog shit.
It is, but it's fucking clear.
That's kind of dog.
Because they love putting Rey Mysterio against Dominic Mysterio, and nobody cares.
No, it should be Rhea Ripley. No, it should be Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor versus Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, and I guess throw Carlito in there.
Carlito's gonna stay with the Judgment Day, I believe. I feel like.
Yeah, as a face or heel though.
As a heel, I feel like Priest just leaves Judgment Day. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, because he's going full baby face, which would suck if he leaves Judgment Day right after he loses his championship. But I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, honestly, Judgment Day has been one of the best things about Raw for a long time. So, and they've interwoven and kept storylines going. So it's gonna be weird to see how the structure of Raw goes because it's just the Judgment Day backstage interactions that have had so many people. That's gonna make it weird. I mean, I guess you have the Wyatt Six now. But it's not like you can have that commodity. It's not like you can have that family vibe, I guess, with having those interwoven storylines with the unique characters in the Wyatt Six, like you do the Judgment Day. So
the thing with the Wyatt Six,
them absolutely fucking haunting and fucking slaughtering and fucking traumatizing Chad Gable for no reason.
I don't care about the gimmick, and the reason I say that is because it's just Bo Dallas stealing his brother's gimmick.
I hate that. I hate that takes so fucking much, if I'm honest. I hate that takes so
But it's true.
I don't.
He's just taking his brother's gimmick.
It's so. I guess I can see where you're coming from, but like, I mean, you've seen the vignettes, right? Like the self-aware
promos. Those are pretty good promos.
But like they're so self-aware, and it's not like, or it's not a carbon copy of the Wyatt family.
Or if it was just like Bo and Rowan, that makes sense. These other motherfuckers make no sense whatsoever.
But that's why they're having the unique fucking. They're still, to be fair, it is like a slow burning thing. Because they literally just this past Raw released one for Nikki Cross, the reason they're in this group. So I feel like they're gonna have one for Dexter Lumis. They're gonna have one for Joe Gacy.
I don't feel like it makes any sense whatsoever.
Okay, let's think. Nikki Cross, in the context of the story of the Raw, like kayfabe, makes sense because where did we last see her? She was staring off in the distance, and she had a drawing where she basically implied that she was gonna go with she was gonna go with the Wyatt Six. She drew a drawing with her and I think Alexa Bliss. No, it was her and someone else.
Bliss. I feel like Bliss will wind up being the sixth person when she comes back,
which would make sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
No, it was Nikki Cross and fucking Candice LeRae in the back. And Nikki fucking draws Candice LeRae, and in the background there's like a shadowy figure that implies like the Wyatt Six or Bo Dallas. Which I know is so out of left field and so fucking minute, but the fact is there's some string there. Joe Gacy, the vibe is there. I feel like the vibe between him and Bray Wyatt is there. which is fair. And Dexter Loomis is literally like his gimmick is a fucking murderer and a stalker.
Dexter Loomis makes no fucking sense.
Makes no
he
fucking
makes the
sense.
least amount of sense.
The only thing that makes sense is a minute of the vibe, but it gives him something to do, so I'm fine with that.
I've never liked Dexter Loomis.
But also on top of that, you have to take into consideration maybe these are people that Bray Wyatt himself saw, and this was originally his idea. So it is people that he wanted to be in this group to begin with. I just don't. I guess I have a hesitance of any like criticism thrown its way because of my connection with like how much I love Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. But obviously, I would appreciate any criticism either way because realistically, this horror shit in the middle of a wrestling show has to be very fine-tooth combed in order to actually interwovenly work. So it makes sense to want to make it be done the best it possibly can so it's not coming off too campy or corny. But personally, for me, as far as it's been done, I have no issue with it because genuinely, I'm just saying, it might be corny to have people be afraid of these people, but genuinely, if you were going down a fucking alleyway and you saw these 5 motherfuckers at the end of it, I don't think you'd exactly be laughing. Like, genuinely, I don't think you'd be like, you guys look stupid. You'd be fucking scared. He's saying a man the size of Rowan goes up to him in a fucking mask and he doesn't know who he is and he's not scared. That is a wild take, but you got it. And also on top of all that, the fucking Sister Abigail that fucking Bo had on Chad Gable looked fucking brutal and like he fucking snapped his neck.
I didn't see that.
Well,
the only thing I know they beat up Chad Gable. I don't know why the Creed brothers randomly beat up the Wyatts. I don't know if there was a promo before then.
It was like backstage. Chad Gable is running for his life, afraid of the fucking Wyatt Six, and the Creeds are basically like, "We got your fucking back," essentially. And this was obviously post him breaking up with Alpha Academy.
So wasn't he facing Otis or doing something with Otis?
He was trying to get Otis back, but it clearly was not working in backstage vignettes. Otis was like, "I love you, man, but like we cannot. I don't want to be associated with you right now."
Okay.
So like the Alpha Academy is fully like fucking pushed Chad Gable away, and even before when they were with fucking Chad Gable, like when the Chad Gable was out with Alpha Academy was like leading the Creed brothers into like when they debuted was like leading them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there has always been some interwovens there. I guess I'm glad to see them, but again, it's just like again, one of my criticisms is like just seeing how it'll work in a wrestling ring and seeing Bo Dallas in the get up in the ring attire gives me some confidence. But again, as long as this is continuing the memory of Bray Wyatt in a fucking tasteful way, that's really all I care about, honestly.
I think it's funny that the Creed brothers do this heel turn right before they're about to wrestle on GCW this weekend.
How pissed would you be if the fucking Wyatt 6 appears in GCW?
That'd be actually kind of badass.
That would be fucking sick.
That'd be badass. If the Wyatts appear on Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Because the fact that it's Bloodsport just adds so much to it.
Fucking bring out a gun. Fuck it. Uncle Howdy coming out with a fucking Glock. That'd be fucking great.
They did shoot Chad Gable. And I will not hear the bullshit about they didn't shoot him. They fucking shot that motherfucker. We were talking about the Chad Gable. Keep going. They shot him.
But yeah, I guess trying to not get us canceled. But anyways,
why would we get canceled?
I don't. I guess you were just stating an obligable fact.
Stating a fact. They shot him.
Okay, sorry, that's on me. But yeah, no. Why are you pointing at me like that? Why are you pointing at me like that? Put your fucking head down. There you go. I'm happy to see the Wyatt 6, and that that's really all there really is to it. I have nothing else after that. Honestly, I just
After what?
no, don't worry about it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us on episode 19 of the Prince. The Prince.
The Prince.
and
Oh, that's
Me-
not the right logo. Shit.
Oh shit! Oh
The
shit!
Prince and Me.
Podcast. Wait, no, take it down. Take it down. Take it down. Take it down. Remember, you're you, and that's the nicest thing you've ever done for me.
Remember to always believe in Joe Hendry.
Holy.
Sure. As long as it's in Joe Hendry.